Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar today. I'm your DINSTAR friend Yvonne and the presenter. And we warmly welcome everyone to interact and communicate with us. So please leave your suggestions and questions in the comment section, and our professional technician will be available to discuss them with you online. So first, let's briefly introduce about our DINSTAR. Currently, our company has more than 200 employees and is headquartered in Shenzhen, with the branches, subsidiaries, and R&D centers in Beijing, Shanghai, Hangzhou, Changsha, and Chengdu. The core members from our company team come from the leading domestic and international communication companies with an average of more than 20 years of industry experience and rich professional expertise in the fields of the IP voice, converged communication, and wellness communication. Through our relentless efforts, our gateway devices now hold the largest market share in China, and we have over 10 million lines globally. And our core team started from the 2002, and DINSTAR is established in 2011. Subsequently, the analog gateway, GSM WLP gateway, and the trunk gateway were released for sales in succession, and with the strong independent for the R&D capabilities, stable and reliable products, and the professional and fast service. DINSTAR was listed in China's new OTC market in 2016. It becomes one of the first 30 members of Huawei's ATLE alliance. And then, as our company grew and expanded, we moved to a new office and established new branches and R&D centers. And now our partner operate partnership projects around the world. As pictures shows, such as the Tigo, Clora in US, and Vodafone in EMEA, and the operators in the South Asia, Southeast Asia, China, and Russia. Next, let's dive into today's point about the DINSTAR's IP phone. So let's check the application for them. Yeah, this is an enterprise's grade IP phone application solution centered on integrating the IPBX system with the IP phones to establish the centralized office communication system for the business. As we can see, in the data center, the solution includes an IPVBX which is responsible for the managing the internal enterprises cores and connecting the external lines, and an MAS, which centrally to managing the all IP phones or the devices which from DINSTAR, and it connects to an external IMS, enabling the voice video connection with the public network or the SIP trunk. And the IPBX connects to the switch in each office area with the LAN network to enable the data transmission. And the IP phones and video phones are deployed in each office area to support the voice and video calling needs. And this solution is positioned as building a new IP phone telephone system for the enterprises and serving the scenarios such as the daily business calls, corporate the switchboard function like the front desk transfers and extension management, and about the video conferencing, thereby achieving the centralized management for the enterprise's communication. And This solution is based on the IP architecture and utilize a full architecture featuring the IPBX and the IP phones. The IPBX directly interface with the SIP trunks and support the various IP communication protocols and overcoming the limitation of the traditional analog systems. And for the video calling, enable the high definition video calls with the video phone to enhancing the communication efficiency for the application like the remote meeting and the customer visual interactions. And this solution application is very easy to expand. Through our DINSTAR MS system, hundreds of IP phones can centrally to manage it, and when expanding the office area or adding the phone's configuration within the MS is all designated. There is no complex hardware upgrade required. And it's applicable to the enterprises with the same office location, such as the multi-floor office areas within the large enterprises, or the different office buildings within the same campus, and enabling the centralized deployment and management of the IP phones. And the next one application is for the hospital environment, which can enable the efficient internal collaboration among the medical staff and delivering the primary communication service to the patients. Yeah, this solution established a reliable telephone system essential for the model hospitals. It addressed the pain points for the traditional hospital communication methods with the low efficiency and difficult management. The combination of the IPBX and the Epiphones enables the feature like the auto answer, the call recording, optimizing the patient's call experience, like the repeat front desk transfers, reasonable consultation records, while improving the internal communication efficiency among the medical staff. And the IP phones, leveraging the existing hospital network cabling for the rapid deployment without additional telephone lines installation, and is significantly to shortening the implementation the circles and the reducing the construction cost. And also the unified management of all the IP phones and the IPBX is achieved through a web graphic interface and eliminating the complex local operations and lowering the management costs for the hospital IT departments. Through this kind of IPBX and the network cable IP phones deployment and the centralized web management model, this solution enables for the small and medium-sized hospital to achieve the efficient and intelligent upgrade to their communication systems, and it enhances the patient service experience while reducing the deployment and management costs, serving as the foundational communication solution for the digital transformation in the healthcare setting. And for the chain store, yeah, we designed to build an efficient and low-cost voice and data communication system for the nationwide chain enterprises. To address the pain point of the high communication costs and fragment management between the chain enterprises headquarters and stores, as well as the stores themselves. So through this deployment solution, the internal costs between the headquarters and the stores, as well as between the stores, utilize the C protocol and transmits over the internet, and reducing the long distance call cost. And the model of the centralized headquarter management at the local store deployment and with the low cost internet communication. This solution enables the chain enterprises to achieve efficient collaboration between the headquarter and the store while reducing the communication costs and enhancing the management efficiency. Yeah, it's a represent a typical implementation approach for the digital communication in the chain store sector. And in the hospitality sector, so we focus on the addressing the pain points in the traditional hotel communication system, such as the complex cabling and the high maintenance cost. This solution is very easy to deploy, utilizing a full architecture with the plug and play functionality for the network cables. And for the hotel, without the wired network cable, it can deploy it with the Wi-Fi phones to adapt to the various network environments. And our IP phones support the high definition audio encoding and enhancing the gesture core experience, maybe like the call clarify for the in-room calls and for the front desk inquiries. And it's very easy for the maintenance and management. Our IPBX supports the automatic configuration and firmware upgrades for the IP phones, and eliminating the manual device-by-device operations, and this significantly to reducing the IP maintenance costs. And it's also flexible extension allowed for the on-demand extension of extension numbers based on the hotel growth and accommodating the development needs of the hotel, ranging from the small and the middle size to the large scale operations. Actually, this is a very comprehensive solution. It's ideal for the newly opened hotels without the existing communication cabling or the hotels requiring the IP-based upgrades to their traditional communication system. Yeah, and the next, let me introduce about our DINSTAR IP phone series. From this page, we can see we classified into 5 major categories based on the application scenarios and functional positioning. For the entry-level wellness, high-end video phones, and hotel-specific models. Each category emphasizes the distinct core specifications such as the screen size, CPU account support, and the network interface. The entry-level one is designed for the high value for money, meeting the basic voice communication needs of the small business and startup, and such as the daily extension calls and the different models vary in screen size and network paper speed, and allowing to selection based on the budget and the fundamental requirements. And about the wireless one, is designed for the cable-free deployment scenarios, which supporting the Wi-Fi or LTE network, and India for the office area without the pre-installed cables or the situation requiring the mobile work, like for example, the temperature conference room setups and remote warehouse collaborations. And the high end for the core positions in medium to large enterprises. And for the call centers, yeah, it featuring the multi-SIP account. You can see the max up to 20 and the large color display and the cable of the handling multiple simultaneous calls and displaying the customer information pops up and to enhance the office efficiency. And about the video phones, emphasize the visual communication and featuring an 8-inch touch screen that supports the high definition video calls. And it's ideal for the remote meeting and the face-to-face client interactions, such as the cross-border business integration and multi-department collaboration sessions. And about the hotel phone. It's designed for the hotel gesture room environment, and this is a mini-sized screen-less IP phones, support only two CP accounts, and it can meet in the basic gesture room calling and the service hotline needs, and balancing the cost and particularly to while adapting to the standard hotel deployment. Yeah, from the entry level to the high end, and from the basic voice to the video collaboration, and also from the general office use to vertical scenarios like the hotel, we cover the communication needs across different enterprises size and application scenarios. This empowers the users to select the most suitable IP phones products based on their specific requirements. And then let's check some more details. This is our Wi-Fi phone, C60UW, built in the die-band 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Enables the connection to enterprises' wireless local area networks and freezing the user from the constraints of the Ethernet cable and is easier for the deployment in the office without the pre-installed network cabling, such as the conference rooms or the temporary orchestration. And this one is the 4G phone C16UW, built in the for 4G capabilities. Yeah, it offers the flexible network access and provides a reliable, high quality voice communication with the flexibility of the 4G connectivity. And it's easier for the business needing versatile and mobile friendly IP phone solutions. Yeah, and this can support the five-way conference. And about the hotel phone, H16P series, a specialized IP phone designed for the hotel environment. It supports the customized face plan feature and lets the hotel tolerate the phone's appearance to match their branding with the option to add the logos, the custom icons, and select the colors. And the expansion model DXP60, it has 60 light keys and supports the 3 pages of display and allowing for the efficient management of the multiple cores, contacts, or the features. And support the daisy chaining up to 3 models and enabling the scalability to meet more complex communication needs. And it's suitable for this series IP phones. And about our smart video phone, there are two tips for them, and they can support 16 CP accounts for managing the multiple communication identities and enable the four-way video conference for the team collaboration. And it runs on the Android 11 and feature an 8 megapixel camera for the high quality video calls and paired with an 8-inch IPS multi-touch screen for institute cooperation, and built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for the flexible wireless connection. Yeah, it's very suitable for the business that require the advanced video communication and multi-account management and a user-friendly Android-based interface. So, what's our stress? Yeah, our DINSTAR IP phone with the high quality audio features delivers a high definition audio quality for the clear communication and the full duplex speaker and microphone system and supports the multiple codecs like echo cancellation, dynamic jitter, voice activity detection, and comfort noise generation. And also, we are based on the RFC 3261 standard, and the DINSTAR IP phones can seamlessly to integrate with a wide range of mainstream IP phone telephone infrastructure and platforms, like the third-party platform like the 3CX, Asterisk, DINSTAR, and VIPMS. And also, our IP phones support both simplified direct dialing for the small and stone lanes and feature-rich IPv6-based calling for the large enterprises needing centralized management and advanced functions to catering the diverse business communication needs. For the IP direct dialing, like for the in the same interconnected local area network, and the two IP phones can directly to call each other what their IP address without registering to a server. And this method with a very low cost, no additional server or service fee, and it's very easy to configure and also not rely on the server, operate independently within the LAN network, and it's very suitable for the communication within the small local area network. Like the diagram show, the IP phones connect through a switch and communicating with their unique IP address. And about the IP phone registered to an IPv6, which can manage the core routing and features. The internal calls between the IP phones registered to the same IPv6 are free, and when used the IPv6, the IP phones gain advanced feature like the call transfer, voicemail, and conferencing. And our PBX can also monitor the IP phone status and do the bench config devices and upgrade the firmware remotely. And also, DINSTAR IP phones support a range of business-centric functions with the clear differences between across models to suit various organizational size and user case, like the multi-SIP accounts, allowing the registration of the multi-communication identities on a single devices, and the multi-party conference and the core pickup, intercom paging group, and operation, and the voicemail message waiting indicator, and a numerous call or the numerous call rejection. And we have the rich business functions like the core pickup function. It can improve the call response efficiency, reduce the business loss, optimize the team collaboration mode, reduce the communication costs. Like the diagram show, when the extension 2000 calls to the extension 1000, the call can be picked up by any members of in the ring group, demonstrating the how group call pickup enhance the teamwork and responsiveness. And about the intercom and the paging group function, like the diagram shows, it can be broadcast simultaneously to the multiple extension with the urgent message and enabling the quick and mass communication for time sensitive or the safety critical situations. Yeah, this meets the personalized needs of multiple industries, such as the supermarket or the hotels, and strengthen the risk of the management capabilities and ensure the safety. Yeah, like the urgent notification and also enhance the communication efficiency and through the centralized paging. And also, we support the auto provision for IP phones do the bench of configuration, the upgrade, and auto discover. Like the diagram, it illustrates the auto probation process. Yes, our IP phones send a multicast message within the LAN network when booting up, and the IPv6 side down send response with a 200 OK and send a zip notify message to indicate the provisioning URL, and IP phone side send the HTTP download request for the config file, and then the IP phones download the configuration from the PBX and applies the settings. Yeah, and we also support the simple and diverse configuration methods. The users can access the web-based the interface to configure the IP phone's settings and also to configure the basic settings directly on the phone itself. And we support to manage the IP phones through the web APX. And this enables the unified control over all IP phones connect to the IPv6. And also, we can provide the configuration via our AMS system. It can provide a centralized dashboard for managing devices and including the features like the device's status monitoring, bench configuration, and the firmware upgrades. And this streamlines the management of the large scale of the IP phone deployment. And we can also offer a suite of easy to use management tools, the NMS system. Yeah, it including the graphic interface and do the bench operations and the centralized MS and automated provisioning to make the deployment and the maintenance of the IP communication system more efficient and straightforward. Yeah, DINSTAR comprehensive IP communication solution stand out for their versatility, innovation, and user-centric design. And from a diverse range of the IP phones, tailored for the various scenarios like the entry-level, wellness, the high-end, and the video, and the hotel-specific models. This to powerful the for the powerful features like the HD audio and seamless capabilities and multiple calling methods, also the rich business functions. We deliver robust support for the enterprises of all sizes and industries. And with the simple configuration, centralized management, and a scalable architecture, this solution not only meets the current communication needs, but also lays on the foundation for the future growth. So whether you are a small business, large organizations, or specialized views like the hotel or the hospital, DINSTAR can deliver the reliable, efficient, and customized IP communication solutions for you. So if you are interested in it, please feel free to reach out to our sales team